Hi Pisces, if you'd like to come on in and have a seat for some
Close
symbolic
it.
support, my name is Steph. I have created an ink blot made in your name and essence if you want to take a screenshot so you can scry in your own time and terms for shapes and symbols that speak to your psyche and psychic senses. And your ink blot's still wet. So now we know when you see my hands all filthy, why. Pisces, we will add on tarot and oracle, and as well, we have Ghost Soup here kicking for any audio additions that may further inspire or irritate, so please do receive or release freely. Thank you. Pause. I'm going to open up. You're welcome to join me, or you can fast forward through, whatever feels good to you. Excuse me, I'm still just getting over a cold, so don't mind the stuffiness. When you're ready, closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name and honor of Pisces. Pisces, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura of early January. And to all those who do like, share, and subscribe, you truly warm my haunted heart. All right, let's go. You know the drill as well. If you see, sense, or feel anything, please feel well to comment below or keep to yourself. A few cards and a rune that came out here in the pre-shuffle, and we'll get to those momentarily. All right, pies. Lots of energy, lots of energy. Give me one more. All right, sorry, pies. Let's get back to it. Okay, I feel like I am getting ready to soar, fly,
Look.
through a portal. And your ink's still wet, so I don't want to get too much in there. Like right through here. It's almost like a, I want to say like a baby bird. Maybe it's even a baby eagle with your rune that came here that is an eagle. Because I'm also seeing it as eyes. My eyes are seeing something. Yeah, like footprints in the sand. If you remember back in the day, there was like I feel like it was all over the place in pictures and stuff like that. The footprints. I don't know if it's a quote or a saying or a story, but it's like maybe walking with God or something like, I don't know what it is, or the footprints in the sand. There's something about that quote. I don't remember it at all, but I can see it. I can see it. It feels inspirational. And maybe that's what I'm like, seeing inspiration. And I want to go through this portal. Okay, there's also a water dragon here.
Christine.
It kind of is giving me Loch Ness Monster vibes. Or Loch Ness Monster. The Loch Ness? Nessie? Loch Ness. Yeah, the Loch Ness. Okay. My emotions, I feel like I'm very empathic here in this space. And it's almost like in this state of almost separation, like they're looking at each other. Excuse me. My higher realm, or my I don't know what it is. My intuition, thank you. My intuition is looking at it's like they're like conjoined twins of some sort. Apologies if I'm all over, but thank you for bearing with me as I move through it. My intuition is connected to my empathy, but they've separated out to look at each other and be like, oh, you're who I've been talking to, or you're this part of me. But there's some sort of, it's like a positive separation of space, but they're conjoined. So you might be very gifted, Pisces, at this time of sensing what is an energy of empathy or an empathic essence of sorts to your intuition. I know they can be tied, but they're not always necessarily. And then, okay, so then I literally just saw your Pisces, your fish tied at the tail. It's like kind of going in separate directions, but then they like turn and look at each other and be like, oh, we can actually enhance if we work together and communicate together. Okay, thank you. And then it brings me into your card that came out here in the pre-shuffle, the High Priestess of Air. Very air and water. So it's like the way I'm feeling and the way I'm thinking and feeling, or the
Give it to me.
the intellect and the intuition, the way they're speaking to each other, you might be figuring something out about that. Because here's the fun thing about it. There's,
Tap.
okay, is that a porcupine? Okay, okay, so there's a parent in the afterlife. There's a parent, possibly also a grandparent, but I'm seeing it as a parent. They send you thoughts or memories of them, and they are infused with something that is helping you, because there's a kiss happening here, like a little smooch. It's a smooch, like you're their little fishy or their little babaloo. I don't know. I'm hearing something like that. You know, they just adore you. So your mask. Sorry if I'm talking really fast, but the way it's coming through, I'm seeing the intuition as being very masculine energy right now. Okay, which is absolutely fine. There's and then the feminine energy is moving through like this Loch Ness, or
Revolting.
I think that's the way it's like Nessie. And there might have been a point you've had to figure out which there might be some sort of water and air Wiccan ways that are old. So I know that came through really, really odd, and hopefully you understand or can pick out the pieces of that. They're old ways. They're old ways.
Kitchen bath.
Okay. Somebody or something is scuba diving. Is it scuba? I think it's scuba. Snorkel, scuba. It's like these two versions of myself, thank you. The intuition, the intellect, and it's allowing this imagination to scuba more into maybe the subconscious, to connect with. I'm driving. I'm driving on a cloud like a Care Bear almost. Feels very light. So wherever I'm going, it feels light. Not necessarily is light, but it feels light. Somebody might really be working with Reiki energy, universal life energy, chi, something along that lines. See, there's a brontosaurus, but I'm seeing it as the Loch Ness again. Maybe Scotland has something to do with somebody. And look at that. Okay, we have Virgo, I analyze. And Virgo is your sister sign. Yeah, there's something I'm analyzing about the alchemy of these three pillars: imagination, intuition, and intellect. They are working together. Something about a dream. Dream a little dream
Worship.
with me. Is it, yeah, something about the old ways. The old ways. Okay, I want to come into your angel card number 33. Any positive changes or projects you are considering right now will be worth your while. Expect that your power to manifest and create will be heightened. This is what we're talking about. I am expanding. Something's being heightened because all these parts are talking. And I'm feeling very, very focused. And I'm in the realms, especially with the High Priestess of Air coming in. And I want to like insert the High Priest or High Priestess of Air almost like anywhere around this. It's like my subconscious eyes. It's almost like I can be blindfolded. And I don't need traditional fire here. I know I don't need to make it make sense in the logical realm. If you're here with me, you understand the dream dimension of nonsense and sense and the symbols that stand out to you. But it's almost as if I'm not using fire in the traditional way. It almost looks like a
gun.
No, I don't see it as a gun. Oh, okay. Thank you. It's the spark that would ignite something like that. I don't see it, but is it flint or something along that lines? I don't know. Forgive me. And then it sends this power for this bullet to come through, and it's.
I know.
And it feels precise, like a bow, but it's a bullet. It's a bow, but it's a bullet. Okay, there might have been a male for somebody. Thank you, as I just saw it over here. There could have been a male for somebody that has passed. I don't know if they hit the back of their head, or maybe there was something with a gun, or I don't know what it is, but I'm like seeing, or maybe it was like an aneurysm, something along that lines. So I just heard stroke. Because I see them like doing the backstroke. Leo, I will. Yeah, they had a lot of strength to move through something. And whoever this person, this masculine energy is to you, how they're expressed could be male or female, but I'm seeing it the way maybe you interacted with their resonance in their relationship was they were the masculine energy predominantly. Of course, we have both, but that's like the brilliance of the alchemy. They were also part of the old ways, the old way. I think you've been together a few lifetimes. And like different, the way I'm seeing it is different eras. Okay, so it's almost as if, imagine the time of the Egyptians, and I can't remember the names of the pharaohs and whatnot, but it was like, or King Akhenaten, I don't know. Anyway, they wanted everyone to go to like worshipping the one disc, the one sun. So imagine that time frame, right, Pisces? So we're in that time frame, whenever that is. But you may have you might have been living through that time in some place like Scotland. Like you were in that time, but like in a different land mass. I don't know. Okay. So your energies is expanding. Sorry, excuse me. Your energies in your empathic eyes are expanding. Okay, so I'm also seeing this as like the turtle, like Turtle Island. Somebody might be like a mountain climber, cliff something or other, something on cliffs. That could also be a name, Cliff. I'm seeing a yak. If that symbol means anything to anyone, a yak. Also a seagull. This is that harmony of like the masculine, feminine energies. What is that? I don't know what that is. Nope, sorry. You'll have to bring it to me in a different way, different fashion. Thank you. Okay, Pisces, I'm going to keep going here. I'm going to move on. I feel very coffee, very dry in your yeah, I feel very dry in your, which is funny because there's so much water and air, but it's almost like I want to live by the sea where like there's the moisture and the salt air. Somebody doing like, or is it like neti pots or putting moisture in the air? It's like, well, if I don't live by the sea, then I'm gonna bring it towards me. There's that fire element of desire, but I don't see the fire because it's in the mechanism. The fire's in me. The fire's in me. Okay, there's something happening over here in this conversation. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
I'm trying.
The fire's in me. I understand I'm repeating myself. It's helping me to go somewhere. I'm also skipping rope. Like skipping rope. What do we have here? The Three of Cups and the Five of Worlds. Love and a setback. Pisces, okay. If those mean anything to you, you know the drill. Please take that in first versus listening to my yammerings. But I appreciate the space being held. If it's not your scry story, that's okay. Thank you for holding space for others. Thank you.
Cable.
Okay, so my light and my dark, there's those, okay. So if in this card, the lighting, right? Okay, see these three earths? I'm seeing them as like the intellect, imagination, and intuition. Psyche, psychic, psychedelic senses. Apply any trifecta, Mother, Maiden, Crone, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Apply whatever triune state that feels good to you. Thank you. Okay. There's a new earth, a new earth. Okay, because now I see the fourth, but this, okay, and this is, sorry, I'm going to bring it back into you here as I'm seeing, and then see this one down here, and it's very black and white. Sorry, but there's ink literally all over. And now I want to come into your ink blot, and this is that earth. And then there's this massive one. I'm orbiting something. These aspects of me are orbiting. It could be in relation to what I love. Love for my job, love for my relationships, what I'm pouring into. And maybe I have dealt with a setback, but I want to come back to this conversation. Maybe it was the passing of this person, of this gentleman. They might have been a swimmer or something like that, or I don't know what it is. I'm not going to try and force it, but they're definitely there. They're definitely still around. It's like I see them swimming like as a spirit now that they are. I feel like they're pouring into you because you've got this feminine parent, grandparent. This definitely feels more grandparenty, or you had an elderly parent. And this feels masculine. And this feels like you. And I'm conversing with these different versions of Earth. Maybe the way I'm seeing it. Maybe you're starting to see things very energetically, like you're seeing auras and energy. And they might communicate to your senses in their own way. And you've been broadening that. You've been broadening how you are interacting with that. And I kind of feel like you might not be saying things. Footprints, again, it's coming to the footprints with God or source or spirit. I'm going to say just spirit in general, because you could be seeing the aura or the energy of a tree. And as you walk down this path, as you walk through this park, you can feel the energy of that tree walking with you.
Cigar.
I don't know if any of this makes sense, but I feel like it makes sense. Passion. There's a lot of energies really wanting to speak to you as maybe you're navigating this. You're not walking alone, Pisces. You're not walking alone. For some, I'm hearing a message specifically. You're too young to feel so old. Yeah, okay, I'm going to leave that there. And then you have here strength. So you feel like you guys have carried a lot.
Guilty.
I feel like you've carried a lot, but you have the Ten of Cups here that is being poured into you by listening to this. I'm hearing it's not about acting on everything that you hear. Please have the strength to weigh out what is worth your attention. It's like you can put in the soil 1 potato and you'll get 10 back. Seeing the Roadrunner. I'm seeing somebody in this footprints thing again that is, or skipping, it can be up at the top too. And the way I'm seeing it is like somebody walking along a beach. Or maybe that's your dream, or you're writing something out of what you love, what your passions are, like an autobiography or a bio or an about section. It's like, oh, I like long walks on the beach. Okay, as an example.
Scorpio.
And as you're walking, and I feel like maybe you've been walking for some time on this beach, whatever this symbolically means for you, thinking, I'm breathing in again that salty air, and I have this crumbling sand earth beneath my feet. And now I'm getting ready to run. Now I'm getting ready to run in the sand. And then as I begin to run, the breeze becomes bigger. I feel like my arms can reach out and extend, and I feel the embrace from the wind. I feel the embrace from the wind. Okay, Pisces, sorry. Too many cards came out there. I'm going to keep going here. 10 of Wands, growth, because I can start to let go.
I'm inside it.
And there's all those trees, that wisdom. I'm reaching with you, this peace that I want. You've let go of, or you're letting go, Pisces, of being tied up in something that I think had a point, and you actually got the point. And I don't mean like, oh, you actually got the point. I'm not saying it in a condescending way. It's like you actually, because I feel like this is a thing. Like you nailed it.
What happened to me?
You got to the point. You scuba dived in. Somebody also could be creating like a children's storybook or something like that. But you had to like go in. This portal keeps calling my attention. Okay, I'm seeing an elephant that has like water, and it's making like a wonderful, happy. You know how like elephants wash themselves like with their trunk, and then it goes to the back. Like that's how they wash their back. Boundaries. Set them daily. I feel like I do. I need to reaffirm something. I need to remember. I can walk and I can run. Still this conversation here. Signs from, see, there's something. Signs from spirit with love. And you have love in here. 10 of Cups. There's somebody in your family line, or somebody's, and it's like you've been lifetimes together. But I don't keep seeing it as like lifetimes. I'm seeing it as times in lives. I don't know how else to say that. And if there's been any sort of setbacks in regards to love, I feel like you are receiving. It's like back to that footprints thing, because it keeps drawing me back there. And I'm walking on this beach where there's water, there's salt in the air, there's just all of this, abundance of air. And I feel like I can think, like the whole shore, I can think. And in the background there's in the background there's a seagull. The clouds, the way the water moves. And I'm not overwhelmed by all these things.
Run now.
They invigorate me. And then I can start running on the beach. It's like going from being a walker to a jogger. And not to say necessarily that's anyone's goal, or obviously we're talking symbolically here, but yeah, see, this is the coloring. It's like any sort of setbacks you may have been through. Spirit's been with you the whole time. because you did it. You done it. You done it. You get her done. You got her done. Because you're a excuse me. It's like going from a worrier to a warrior. And you come out of this calm water, all of this coloring. I don't know if it expresses it greatly, but all the purples and the blues. Like, I feel like there's some bumps and bruises along the way. But you're okay. You gain certain strengths in these very specific aspects. And it's like you could return to your innocence. Man, Spirit is just walking. Roadrunner, whether you speed up and run or whether you're walking calmly like an old brontosaurus. Love has come out so many times. This is the fire that burns within. This is why I don't see it. It's like you might have passions that other people don't see. Or they have it because you've been working with something or doing something. I don't know what it is. But it feels it's going to like be released out of the chamber. And your ability to focus on your target is really good. Like I don't know what skill that is. Darts, bullet, whatever it is. Something along that lines. Intention, like a bow, but it's a bow of my heart. My passion, my love, the growth that I've been through, the growth that I'm going towards. And I can't deny there's something about my thoughts, even like purifying my thoughts with like
What?
Salt, because I'm seeing it in like a protective way. Like, putting salt, like had old ways, putting salt at my doorways or something along that lines. Also something about seasoning, flavor. My love flavors my life. Whatever it is, Pisces, that you love, person, place, or thing, job, project, task. I feel very appreciative in your aura. I feel very attentive. Like, I feel as though you're very attentive to the things that you love, that you care about. Romantic, platonic, again, whatever it is. I feel like to you, like it could be a tree. It could be this pen. You have a favorite spoon. Your relationships, your friendships. And any sort of setbacks have been things that maybe when those loves didn't reciprocate or they didn't work out, they were disappointing. People passing.
Harold.
Maybe a gentleman named Harold. But I feel balanced. I feel balanced knowing, and I don't mean to sound cheesy about it, but I truly want to express how this is feeling, and if you're still with me, thank you. I feel balanced in this unbelievable, undeniable sensation I have in your read right now that I am walking on the beach, on the sand, and I can see footprints walking beside me. Kind of makes me want to cry. I'm not going to lie. Kind of makes me want to cry. All right. I'm going to get to your rune as we're closing out here, so thank you. I won't apologize for yammering on. But as you know, you have the power to pause, replay, and revisit as much as you like. And depending on... There we go. You have the eagle. The eagle spirit brings power, courage, and endurance. Eagles fly high above the ground and see the situation with a clear vision and live in balance with heaven and earth. Your spirit eagle can help you to feel free and gain the power to rise above earthly matters. To live in balance in heaven and earth, heaven and earth, heaven and earth, heaven and earth with these footprints. You are heaven upon the earth. There are people in heaven walking with you. There's an owl. Maybe an ant. I think it might be an ant or a praying mantis. Nonetheless, Pisces, I'm going to leave this here. I am so grateful. Thank you for this, because I can't even express the beautiful feeling.
Scratch.
The beautiful feeling. I apologize if I have made made I haven't done it justice. That's what I'm going to say. Haven't done it justice. But please know you have an immense amount of spirit with you. And I truly mean that, like wherever you decide to go, wherever you are, just where you are, you're being asked to breathe, because I feel like I can breathe here. And I don't think that you felt like that all the time, or that you've been through some things. I'll say some things that maybe you felt tied to things. And when Pisces is tied to something that they love, it's appreciated, it's adored. But if there's things that you were tied to that didn't have that, I feel like you've had to go through some things to recognize that. And your energy, your eyesight, your ability to perceive things that might be not what they are has heightened. Because that's a skill. Like, it's almost like what you've been through has been the skill to teach you to raise that. What's that song I just heard? You are so high. I don't even know it. Okay. Until next time, Pisces, we will flip this for perspective possibilities. Thank you so much for being my muse. And I look so forward to seeing you again soon. Again, gratitude. Bye.
Am I dead?
You have since transformed, yes. What we recognize is death, but death is not the end. I am expanding. Ooh, Pisces, powerful stuff. I love it. I love it.